Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay. So on the south side as a red or orange star eagle, we got Sulk. On the north side as the blue moon Olaf, we got Ambition. This map appears to be the triple base map, but you got calm towers in the corner, so it's like just only two. Pair of airfields on the field as well, and there's a lot of 3-star terrains here. So we got a line of missile silo platforms. Not sure why there's a line of missile silo platforms there. Right now, just an early capture game. Oh, looks like that recon. That's quite a bit of. Yeah, now there's a lot of mobile terrain there. So recon gets a pretty good early shot there. And the more I look at this map, and the more I remember this map, there is a decent couple mountains next to HQ, so you can actually sort of protect your HQ with a bit of artillery and indirect fire. This is like the weak side of the map, which is also mapped out for good indirect fire play. Beyond the defensive. While this side does have 2 bases, so it's good for offense. Battle airport can go either direction. So it's technically more to the left side. Got Olaf and Eagle tank now on the field. Does push forward on top of the property there. Oh, needs to get a reinforcing tank. Nope. So Olaf can't get a first strike on this tank. Does get a good shot there. Eagle is, of course, there. His ground games are perfectly and utterly ordinary, like Olaf, so their ground game is equal. And both their superpowers are quite powerful, and both their powers are quite horrible. Got more tanks going in the field. Olaf could get a first strike on this tank over here as well. This is starting to rotate over here with this tank. Does push forward that tank and backwards that tank. Another tank over here and tank there, so tank infantry. The income's getting high enough where they can pull out 2 tanks per turn. Bit of drone capture there. Does get a shot there on Olaf's tank on top of the property, so we have 8 health next turn. I don't think that shot was a great shot because we got not only it's back up to 8 health, but also we've got this reinforcing tank here as well. So be able to get a free shot on the recon probably. It actually pulls back the 8 health tank there. Oh, that tank was in range. I didn't realize that tank was in range. Now this tank get a good strike there. So overall, I don't like that play by Eagle. Tank infantry. Doesn't know to capture there. Eagle does have a mech on the left side of the map. Tank, and infantry. Good strike on that infantry. Battlecopter, infantry. Battlecopter down south. Got a good number of tanks deployed on by Olaf. He has 5 tanks over here, 2 over here. Right now, Eagle has a total of 6 tanks, goes for double artillery and infantry. Olaf has 7 tanks, so they have similar tank counts. Both sides starting to posture a little bit. And I got this property being captured. Tank artillery, some more tanks by Olaf. This tank will be in range both this property and this property, which Olaf is currently occupying. tank battlecopter infantry. Overdrive is now available, which is not super important, or lightning drive. Gives him plus what, 10% of attack, 50% defense. It's not really good. Anti-air and infantry. Good strike there. Blitz is now available. Cause snow for 1 turn. Not really important either. And try to machine gun down that tank. Anti-air. Battlecopter. Infantry. Gives a good strike there on the artillery piece. Get some concern on some of those infantry units there. Game's getting quite congested in some of the map. Got 2 large battle lines there. Right now, Orange Star's battle line seems a little bit more impressive, but Olaf's, of course, has a little bit more protection for a lot of his assets. Battlecopter infantry. Olaf really needs to get his superpower deployed in the field before Eagles. It will, of course, dampen his entire lightning strike with 2 points of damage. Will also greatly reduce his opponent's mobility, half mobility with his air units, -1 movement for his ground units. So both Winter Fury and Blizzard's a good way to dampen the lightning strike. And we immediately got already sound bugs. I probably should just not mention it. Tank, infantry, anti-air. Lots of weight actions there. I've got another mech deployed up by Eagle. Recon, battlecopter, infantry. At the current rate, Olaf will get his superpower first. Curious as well. Maybe if I do this will help out with the sound bugs. Neo tank and infantry with a base skip. Olaf can deploy out the higher tier units since he's the one who provides global damage. But he's got good strikes there. Looks like I don't think he can get his lightning strike this turn. But Olaf would very like to get Winter Fury either at the start of his turn or by the end of his turn. And it looks like he does pull back a little bit there. Gonna play defensive in this region. Or he's being aggressive in this region. We should see Winter Fury this turn, but before I get started, I'm gonna try messing up the sound settings a little bit because the lack of sound playing. Let's just try this one here. Let's just do a quick refresh and try, because the sound is just not properly playing. There we go, it's still turn 16, good. Hopefully that's just a little bit better. And there's the Winter Fury. Battlecopter does go down. Get some good strikes over here. He has an anti-air in the region to hit this battlecopter. Anti-air artillery infantry. Olaf has a turn of 141,000. That Winter Fury was nice in global damage, but wasn't really powerful in a counterattack. Eagle starts turn of 108,000, and he will get his lightning strike this turn. Does finish off some of these units there. He always moves infantry after this first turn because it will not recharge all his infantry units. And Significance Force is infantry. 18 plus 2, so 20 out of his 36 units are infantry. Similar number to Olaf. The way he's moving down here, I wonder if it's actually going for the lightning strike. Lightning strike? No lightning strike. Interesting. Okay, this sound bug's getting pretty bad this turn. I have to refresh the page at the end of his turn. I think it's bugging out pretty badly right now. Tank anti-air infantry. Eagle's turn. Index 33. Yep. Let's just go and see what it sounds like. Yeah, I'm probably gonna switch the other sound plugin next turn. Getting some good hits over here. He, of course, has his lightning strike available, and now he does not have to worry about the reduced move speed with the winter, so he may be able to push forward. It certainly gets a good strike on the Neo Tank, but Neo Tanks can withstand quite a bit beating from many sources. Without the sound of synchronized copters, that's the nice thing about this. Oh, there's the lightning strike. That's the nice thing about this sound plugin compared to the other one. The other one doesn't play multiple sound unit sound effects at the same time, while this one does. So if I were to hit next turn or next movement before the next one, it will just cause some sound issues as well. But of course, it is consistent. Great strikes there, finish off a good number of these units. Olaf is down to 73,000. He will get the Winter Fury this turn, which will really dampen Eagle's advance. Besides just go for infantry, he's not going to play on anything because of Winter Fury. I save a bit of money there. Or wait. Wait, Cancer Turf 300? And he only built infantry. Did he have that many repairs going? Oh wait, no. It was a follow-up deployment. Got it. I was not thinking all too well. We should see Winter Fury this turn. Good strike there. There is the Winter Fury. Calling his Eagles down to 87,000 versus 70,000. So right now, it's both players just slugging each other in the face. It's a good strike there. This tank will be at full health next turn, so we'll receive a decent amount of retaliation. Of course, Olaf's flank over here is pretty much disintegrated. Goes for medium tank to help stabilize this region. Not a bad idea. Now Eagle's turn. He starts to turn 15,000 income. Merges the recons together. Artillery tank. Olaf's turn. Eagle ends the turn for 86,000. Olaf starts turn with a 92 with a lot of repairs consumed. Takes out one of the battle copters. Another battle copter goes down. Does flip a property, which is going to be important. Tank does go down. Artillery piece goes down. I wonder if the... Wait, I have returned, so it started... Okay, it's not even playing by its own rules I've set down. And every time now it's action, now it's plus 7 music, so I'm going to have to refresh the page again. Battlecopter, artillery, infantry. That's going to take a quick time to refresh the page because it feels like it's bugging out. Okay, I think it's good this time. Eagle is threatening the, the HQ, but of course will be interrupted. And fully stopped. 1 health HQ unit there. Yep. This map is pretty good. It has a strong and weak side mechanic, and of course the standardized airport, have some fun there. And the weak side does have good defensive positions thanks to these mountains as well. So that's a line of 3 properties with 4 terrain stars. So the defense side has the weak side has a defense side element, which is very nice, I would say. The only thing that just seems weird is the line of missile platforms. So the only thing that just seems weird to me. Try and flip this property. Eagle's stall over here has pretty much stalled out. He has nothing to stop the Neo tank and the medium tank. Does have 2 artillery pieces though. But Olaf just simply needs to stay out of that range. And Olaf does have a good amount of forces over here, but not being aggressive at the moment. Of course, Olaf can be aggressive with the Neo tank and the medium tank. Restart, and yet doesn't. This music player is just not cooperating. Neo tank takes out 1 of the artillery pieces there, interrupts the capture. Olaf still has a nice little income advantage. Infantry units now push forward. Got tank, and artillery piece. Does get a good strike there on his opponent's Neo tank, but only 1 point of damage. I like silos, grain silos, because that's where food is stored. And I like food. Try to flip this property now. $42,000, so you can afford another Neo tank or medium or bomber. But we have a couple base skips if that happens. It looks like Olaf is pulling back over here. He has a good amount of forces here. A bit of repairs on that medium tank, and then can be very aggressive. Olaf has a nice line of artillery, and anti-air cosplaying his artillery piece. Just because he can pull his barrels up, he has 1 too many barrels. And look at this, now we got 3 artillery on top of missile silos as well. Sorry, I'm just finding comparisons, but I really shouldn't be. Got a couple Eagle battlecopters, got another battlecopter and some more infantry. Olaf does have anti-air on both sides. Those are just rotating around. Wait, and battlecopter and a line of infantry with 7,000 in the bank. Eagle can go for something a bit more expensive this turn. I have a feeling he's going to go for a Neo or Bomber. He does go full Bomber. Remember as well, Olaf can always pop a Blizzard to greatly reduce his movement speed. Looks like just overall rotating around this turn. And Olaf does deploys out a fighter. And Eagle has no anti-air in the field, so this fighter now can take on the bomber, but can also take on these battlecopters. Eagle needs to deploy out a counter to it. He does not have enough funds for a fighter, so probably anti-air or two wouldn't be half bad. Does fight anti-air, battlecopter, infantry. Olaf scripts way forward. Right now the funds are equal. Anti-air, infantry. Right now I'm sort of going fast in the turns because it's simply both players posturing now. Since both of them don't want to give each other another superpower. Uh, 42 versus 40 units. What's the unit limit on this game? Not log, not messages. Menu. That's what I'm looking for. Unit limit is a default 50. So both players have already get at maxed out unit limit. And the medium tank does push forward for a little bit of damage. Maybe trying to lure the bomber forward. Trading the fighter for the bomber is perfectly fine. Now artillery piece will be posturing against that medium tank. Very nice. Tank infantry. A second fighter. There's a good number of battlecopters, so it's actually maybe not a half bad idea, because there are 5 battlecopter field. You have 5 battlecopters, 1 bomber. Olaf only has the 2. Does get a nice little pick there. Of course, now these guys can take a bit of fire. Want to wait actions there. Takes out that tank there. This artillery piece was also in range. Recon, anti-air. Both sides are just posturing. Another shot there, in range of artillery piece. I think as well, I think I know what Olaf's trying to do. Because remember as well, he just needs a less fun. Let's see, another 11,000 to get a lightning strike. Another 15,000. If he destroys the medium tank, Olaf gets this superpower. I don't think it's a mistake. I think he's sacking it for power charge. Because if Olaf pops a superpower before Eagle is going to be hurt pretty badly. I don't think Eagle can fire on the medium tank. Because both of them have... It's a sort of Damocles at the moment. Curious to see if Eagle will pop the super in a snow turn. If they're close enough, possibly. That made me... He's got to get a superpower this turn. He has to pop a superpower, or else he'd be forced to pop his Blizzard. He cannot let Eagle have his double turn not in snow. Okay, he's going for it. Eagle's superpower is available. And there's the Winter Fury. But the thing is, well, if he charges forward, then he would be reducing the effect of snow. It's allowing Eagle to get a good double turn. Because right now, this is the bomber's range. Pathetically bad. But if he pushes forward, then it'll get units in range. Eagle's now down 165,000 versus 220. We got both players at 47 units. Let's see how this is go. I have no idea if it's worth it. Eagle's not going to pop his lightning strike this turn, and in which Olaf should be more eager to play off follow-up Blizzard now. I don't know if he can get enough power charge for a Blizzard. He's doing a bit of merging there. No lightning strike this turn. Olaf needs to be prepared to pop Blizzard at this point in time. Battlecopter struck. He's going to need a lot of power charge, 43,000 in total. So he's going to need to do 80,000 damage. Yeah, he's not getting his Blizzard this turn. But he can blunt his opponent's lightning strike by simply punching his opponent in the face. Yeah, the Blizzard mostly really adverse. Wind Snow really adversely affects air units, and Eagle has a good number of air units. Half of his assertive units are air units. Okay, this is part of the turn Eagle Papa's Lightning Strike. Let's see how it goes. And the thing is, well, his first turn will have no power charge gain, and Olaf will have power charge. He may get his Winter Fury next turn. He may not. Eagle's going for it. Yep, he's charging forth the artillery. Olaf got his Blizzard. He has to pop his Lightning Strike this turn, because Olaf can simply pop his Blizzard, denying to Lightning Strike next turn. There's Lightning Strike. He does pop triple recon to able to charge forward. Get as much momentum possible. Get some good strikes there. Winter Fury is going to be popped next turn. Able to reach this other fighter as well. But the thing is, well, 4 health fighter will still be adequate for the 6 health bomber. Pulls back a handful of units over here. Eagle ends a turn of 175,000 on the field. Olaf starts a turn of 136,000. And Eagle will lose a lot of fun. They're going to be equaled. Down to 133,000. So still neck and neck. And this is what, the 4th Winter Fury? Look at this. Next Winter Fury will cost 113,400. Next Lightning Strike, 113,400. Their next superpower are equal, and they're both going to have no power charge. But now, a lot of these overextended units will be retaliated upon. Fighter does fall back. 6 health, I think, is adequate. A lot of these battlecopters are down to 6 health, as was a bomber. I think the 4 health may have been fine enough. Here's a really stupid question. How much damage does a 4 health fighter do to a battlecopter? Like 6 health with no superpower active. Actually, yeah, probably getting healed up to 6 health will be adequate enough to start picking up those battlecopters. I think as well, with the snow, these battlecopters will have trouble retreating. But it looks like these ATRs are largely out of range. And that battlecopter will go down. Tank infantry. Olaf will get a lot of repairs done this turn, so he starts the turn with 13,000 the bank. Eagle ends turn with 115,000. Olaf starts the turn with 151, so Olaf has a pretty firm grasp. And now their superpowers are equal cost, as I mentioned earlier. Get some good hits there. Tank infantry. Next to the battlecopter. Olaf does have a good number of artillery pieces over here. There's have not been a massive amount of action on this left flank. Most action is combined on the right flank. Infantry, tank. Olaf's turn. Neo takes a good strike with the ATR. Battlecopter, infantry. Anti-air, tank, infantry. Eagles or Olaf's fighter could get a shot at one of these aircraft if there's a bit more opening. Medium tank can strike the medium tank as well as the neo tank. May be able to punch through the recon and then push the tank to get to the artillery. I think Olaf has a good amount of force here. He could probably punch in and get a decent fight over here. It looks like he's just going to rotate on backwards. We've got a neo tank over here as well. And the bomber is down to 27 fuel. He'll burn 3 fuel per day as Eagle, because after all, his air units do burn 2 less fuel per day, making his battlecopters burn no fuel per day. Plus both sides just rotating around. And ends turn of 206,000. Eagle starts turn with 154. I'm also going to take a quick moment to refresh the page because of these sound bugs. And the bomber does make it all the way back home. Medium tank, infantry. Takes out that wounded infantry unit. Puts a good round into that tank, and there as well. ETR takes a little battlecopter. Lightning drive is now available for not a great ability. I think as well, let's just say Olaf pushes forward to close in and try to pursue the helicopters. He can pop a blizzard to make his opponent unable to retreat back as a possibility as well. There is some flexibility with Blizzard, where you could just simply trap your opponent, preventing them from running away. Looks like both sides are rotating around once again. Got another medium tank and infantry. No massive assault, just getting some small outlying picks. And we got a rocket deployed out by Olaf. I suppose this game's slow enough where rockets would actually be quite useful. Rockets tend not to be super useful, they're a bit of a trap unit, but in these longer prolonged fights, this will give him a range advantage to start pushing his opponent. It says especially when the battle lines are 2 tiles in between, a rocket here can help range some of the other units. A rocket's actually not a bad choice right now. Most time I see players go for a rocket that's usually not great if they have made a pretty aggressive move forward and they have units on the opponent's side of half the map. That's not a time for a slow moving rocket, that's a time for lighter tanks, not even medium or that'd be for regular tanks and neo tanks. Something rapidly help push forward, including recons. But in these slower games, rockets could be quite useful. There's also a decent amount of roads to push forward with. First Eagle, not a great buy? Probably, yeah. It's rarely ever a good buy to get rockets. But this is maybe one of the times where it could be quite useful. Battlecopter, infantry. Eagle's trying to be aggressive on this flank again. Anti-air, infantry, battlecopter. Does get a good strike to that tank. Possibly have a blizzard this turn. And looks like Olaf's making great headway over there. I think he should try to do a front switch and actually go for the HQ. He has enough mass here to hold back his opponent, but Eagle doesn't have too much over here. I think there's a possibility of him going diving the HQ and getting it captured. He has a good amount of regular tanks and artillery for fire support, anti-air, battlecopter, a lot of mobile assets to help quickly get the HQ. Over here, he has a good amount of infantry to hold back his opponent. Eagle does have some mobile units and medium tanks in range of front line. But Merrick, he can also slow down his opponent even further with a blizzard. It'd be hard for lightning strike, true, but the lightning strike is still a decent amount away. And we almost have another Winter Fury available. Looks like Eagle is being hyper-aggressive. Getting some great kills, that's for sure. Getting some good work done. Will he get a lightning strike this turn? If he does not get lightning strike, he is going to be doomed. He will lose if he doesn't get lightning strike this turn. He may win with a lightning strike. I think that's the game determining turn. That was Winter Fury, just needs a little bit more power charge, 300 funds. And there's Lightning Strike. He may actually win this turn. He did the math, yeah, he did the math. I was not expecting Lightning Strike, because 40,000 funds is a big hurdle, though it is quite valuable units in the field on standard funds, over 200,000 each. But now Lightning Strike. Bomber connects on Neo Tank. Anti-air battlecopter. Tank on tank. Anti-air on battlecopter. Artillery on battlecopter on artillery. Infantry finished off. Takes out the anti-air with the medium tank. Puts some holes into the artillery piece. Removes the fighter threat. Takes out the artillery piece there. Rocket gets hit. I think this is a game-winning push. This is Global League, of course. He must use the move planner quite severely. Oh, Olaf's down to 89,000. Eagle has 194. He just called off, what, 120,000 funds? But here comes the Winter Fury. Down to 151,000. And a large amount of these units are somewhat overextended. Eagle will Lightning Strike charge forward, but they're also going to be very vulnerable this turn since how aggressive he was. Finish off that. Does not finish off that tank, actually. Does finish off there. His Olaf's weak or strong flank is disintegrated. Put some rounds there. And ends the turn. Eagle ends her, or starts the turn of 122,000. Olaf's turn ends the turn of 105,000. So Eagle's about a turn or two ahead. Yeah, too few of units. He has 2 Neotanks, which is nice and all. Of course, those are single units. And this bomber's still in the area. Of course, he couldn't really run away from this anti-air. So had to be a had attack flip because it's going to go down this turn. Neotank will probably finish off the medium tank. And this anti-air should... not in range. Actually, oh. Anti-air's not in range of that bomber. So it looks like that bomber will live for another turn. Anti-air, infantry. Let's see, how much air units? Got, of course, the 1 bomber and 1 battlecopter. This may be a little over-responsive anti-air. I mean, I suppose this one got sacked to the artillery piece, so he did need a replacement anti-airs on both sides. We got quadruple artillery here. Good strike on the Neotank, down to 4 health now. Olaf right now is just biding his time, trying to hope his opponent does something stupid. But looks like even the bomber's still able to dance around. It's now in range of the anti-air. No longer in range of the anti-air. The bombers have been very agile. It's down to 4 rounds, or 4 ammunitions. Infantry, battlecopter. It's now Olaf's turn. He could try popping a blizzard, which will slow down his opponent. Pretty good counterattack so far. Blizzard also give him +10, +10. And looks like Olaf does resign. Like I said, that lightning strike was the game determining point. As Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay.